He said, I'll give you the reports, but then I want you to tell me what you find. We never got the reports. Every time we try to do something, they pass a law. We try to do this, they pass a law. And now when you fast forward to 2026, most people are saying we don't trust our current election system. It's time to make changes. So they want to hear this stuff. So ACEIT got its start in March of 2022, and at the time we were focusing at the local government level, the county commissioners and the 21 cities of Anoka County, and we were basically telling them to go back to hand counting. And in May of 2023, the state of Minnesota passed a law saying that you had to use machine tabulators. There was no longer an option. So they took that option away. And that was at a time when the public polling on these machine tabulators was not good. 2/3 of the country didn't trust them. So it was very interesting that the state of Minnesota felt the need to mandate those tabulators at that time. So after they mandated the machine tabulators, we switched to a parallel count strategy. On election night, we would run the ballots through the machine tabulators and then take them out and hand count them, make sure we got the same totals. We took that idea to the county and the cities, and that idea was resonating, and then the state of Minnesota passed a law sealing the ballots on election night, so there would be no parallel or hand count at the precinct level. At the same time, ACEIT was submitting FOIA requests directly to the county. We wanted to get the cast vote records. This was supposed to be available to the public. The county responded to us that they didn't have that function turned on in the machines and they didn't have to turn it on. This was also being done in multiple counties throughout the state. In fact, I think it was every county, I was told. And then the state of Minnesota passed a law saying that cast vote records would not be available to the public. So in 2024, we switched our strategy to expanding the post-election review, and we were pretty confident that this was going to work because this was already happening in the city of Big Lake in Sherburne County. So we took that idea to 21 cities in Anoka. 7 cities agreed with us and actually passed resolutions to expand the post-election review. We were pretty excited about this, but then towards the election time, in, I think it was October of 2024, the Secretary of State sent a letter to Sherburne County saying that their opinion was expanding the post-election review was a violation of state statute. In other words, you couldn't do it. And once that happened, Anoka County decided not to do it either, even though 7 cities had already passed resolutions. When you look at this history, the question is, why don't they want us to count the votes?